romance is superficial. Like a guy being good at romance is not gonna make a girl follow him or be submissive.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like his emotional maturity. Like let's say we get in a disagreement or whatever, and it's a little back and forth. Is the man gonna be chill and be like, okay, whatever, like I hear what you're saying, blah blah blah, or is he just gonna go back and forth with you and y'all just toe to toe?
But how many times are we gonna have to take the L without y'all being accountable?
Y'all
exactly.
As long as y'all have this, y'all gotta keep y'all emotional maturity at a certain level.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap Up Crew. No booker, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed. You already know who Flo it is, and I'm in Atlanta, so me without bars is ludicrous. You heard? Ace to go 2-4.
Okay. I mean, that was decent. Last but not least, we got Jew.
What it do? It's your boy Jew. We still in the ATL. The melon is popping, as you can tell. You know what I mean?
It's kind of fumbled on the melon.
Yeah, I did.
We're going to edit that up.
Thank you. Good looking. I need some help.
Anyway, we got some special guests in the building. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
How y'all doing? I'm Evie. Follow me at Evie. Don't stress them because we ain't stressing about shit.
And if you got a Pokeball, you could capture her too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Feel me? Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon. Show up.
That's a clip.
She says she give you what you want.
I'm Breezy. You can follow me on Instagram at Easy Breezy.
Beautiful cover
Looking
girl.
like a cover girl.
I had to finish it.
Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm Tavia. You can follow me on IG at It's Tay Smith.
And before we get into these topics, yo, make sure y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button because I ain't gonna hold you. We on the road to 100K. You know what I mean? They said we couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But now we here, so we need all the support and hit that notification bell because we doing live streams. We drop content every day almost. So you know what I mean? So let's get into this first topic. Let's say, at what point do you realize a relationship isn't serving you anymore?
Damn.
We gonna get straight into
it? It's given.
What's it giving?
I would say when it's too toxic, when you're constantly arguing, you're not bettering each other, you know, you don't feel yourself progressing because when you get in a relationship, it's all about adding to the other person. So if you feel like you're in the same spot as, you know, when you first met the individual, time to cut ties, I feel like.
Yeah, when your money ain't going up, you know it's not serving you no more. When you're still in the same financial place, when you're still in the same spiritual place, when you're not really praying no more, when you're not doing the things that you used to when you used to be home alone and stuff, the relationship is just not serving you.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I feel like it depends on the relationship. Like, it's some relationships, I feel like every relationship goes through things, but like, if it's at a certain, I don't know. I don't got the answer, Sway. Flip me out. I don't know.
Well, have you ever been in a relationship and all of a sudden things started to go sour?
No, like I have been in those relationships, but then it's like there's certain like I feel like there's some relationships where it's like you kind of just know it's like it's over. But I feel like there's other relationships where it's like sometimes it's worth fighting for. You might be in a rough patch, so it's like it really just depends on what your goals are, what it is that you want to accomplish in this relationship. If you have a certain thing that like if y'all both have a certain end goal in mind, like it's a lot of variables.
Let me ask you a personal question.
God.
Let's say you was in a relationship, right?
God.
Maybe it's like a 3-year-long relationship, right? And
you said 3 years, sir?
Yeah, 3 years, right? And let's say your significant other wanted to follow their dreams. But you wanted a family. Is that something worth fighting for?
I do think that's something worth fighting for. I don't think that it would be fair to restrict my significant other to a certain like if they haven't accomplished what they needed to accomplish before they have a family. Like especially as a woman, like I know for me, once I have a family, I'm not gonna be able to do the things like I'm a filmmaker. I work on set 14 hours a day. I can't do that with a 6-month-old. Like,
so you don't feel like you accomplish your dreams while still being in a relationship, or do you feel like you have to relinquish your relationship because you need to now automatically chase your dreams?
Well, it depends, because if it's a situation where like my significant other does not want to relocate, if my significant other doesn't want to like do certain things with me, then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to we may have to put this on pause for a minute. If like, say my significant other's in Atlanta, but I need to go to California, and he don't want to go to California with me, but it's like, dang, like I'm about to be able to be a freaking showrunner on a HBO Max show. It's like, I gotta go. Like, that doesn't mean that I don't love you, that I don't want to be here, but it's like, yo, like I have things that I have to accomplish for myself before I can give up half of me or become one with someone else. Like, you have to be whole before you get married. Like, you have to be whole before you have kids. Like, you got to be intentional with these things. So it's like, nah, I don't think that it's like, oh, I don't love you, or it's like we not together, but like, I got to do me, boo-boo. You doing you. Like, you feel me? Like, we both got to be at our height of heights before we decide to have a family, so that we don't resent each other the whole time.
So what if y'all are not on the same page, though?
Ooh, y'all
then
coming
what?
at me hot.
What if y'all can't come to a common
compromise?
Well, if you can't come to a common ground, then that's why y'all are probably separated.
Oh,
but that doesn't mean that I don't love you and that you don't love me, and that doesn't mean that I'm following my dreams and being with other people. That can just means that we just doing our own thing for right now, and if it's in God's will, then we gonna be together. Come on, y'all better quote me. Y'all better put God in your relationship.
It's easier said than done.
Right.
It really be a whole bunch of bullshit right before you get to that part.
No, it is. But it's like, yo, like if I got my dreams and I know that I gotta go to LA and be this filmmaker, then I gotta go to LA. Like, I can't. What do we gotta look at our parents and our grandparents, and what happens when they gave up their dreams for their partners, and how.
Are you speaking from like the women's?
No, I'm just saying in general, like we can look at our community and see.
I mean,
it sounds selfish to ask me to not
my parents giving up their dreams. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but they probably also think about what they want to do, what they could have done. Yeah. Like, what if? I don't want to have kids with what ifs, child. I know y'all don't either.
So true, but I think once you put yourself in a relationship, now it's on both people to come to a compromise. You can't be selfishly like, well, I want to pursue something, and if you're not here, you're not, like, that's, to me, it's selfish. There's
ultimatums.
Some type of compromise, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you go chase your dreams just like somebody else. Like, we got dreams. Like, am I going to automatically be like, yo, I can't do this relationship now? Or am I going to be like, you know what? I want this to work. I understand that I'm doing my dream, or whatever the case is. I want you to be here for the ride, right? With us, so we can build together. But if you feel like, well, I just want to take this ride by myself, and if I come out of this, then we could maybe get together. Like, that's not compromise.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if you about to leave a relationship, you don't want to, like, I think that it would be selfish of me to drag you along for the ride if I kind of knew you didn't want to be there either. Like, if I know that I'm going to have to go to LA, I'm going to have to go to China, I'm going to have to go to Japan, like, I'm going to have to go all these different places, and I'm not going to see you for 6 months, and you need to see me X amount of time. It's like, that's selfish of me to be like, come stay with me while I do this, while I travel the world, and you stay here.
But that's an assumption.
Right.
You got to have that conversation.
You got to let them make that decision.
You can't just assume that's going to be
my thing. To stay on track, like when a relationship isn't serving you anymore, I think it comes down to you're not getting any growth out of it. You know, because sometimes people are in relationships that's one-sided, where they're giving their all to that person, and they're not getting back anything. You're not getting back support. They're not getting back the same type of effort, you know what I mean? So that's when the relationship, and it, obviously the toxicity, you know what I mean? Arguing, there's no compromise. You can't get your point across without it looking like, oh, they're nagging or they're complaining, and vice versa, you know what I mean? So when you can't grow anymore from a relationship, I feel like it doesn't serve you anymore.
Well, what about the part where people don't realize, well, they probably realize, but they don't know how to approach it when you outgrow your partner. So you guys could have met on this level where y'all both on the floor. And then you just slightly start growing, and you just start seeing them still standing at fucking level one. You be like,
be knowing though.
They do know.
Someone be knowing when they a little bit more, and you be having that Captain Saver or Captain Saver nigga complex, and you take on that project, and then you just get tired of it. But I think you be knowing.
I believe you just. You spent so much time. A lot of people don't like starting over. You get what I'm saying? So you like, well, I've been with this fucking person for fucking 5-10 years. They gonna get to where we at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna leave them behind. I don't want to start over. I want you to get where I'm at.
Well,
But
how can a woman be behind? Like if she wants to be domesticated, right? And she wants to have your kids and blah blah blah, but she's just not like financially inclined or business savvy. Like, would that mean that she's like below you or something? Or like, let's say you have she needs you financially. Like, could that be holding you back?
I wasn't even like specifying like just a gender, because there's men that a woman could outgrow a man as well.
Yeah.
But in that aspect, like I feel like even if if you can't provide what I'm providing, there's some other element of which you should be better at than I am to make my life easier.
Okay.
So if I'm paying all the bills, you should learn how to manage all the motherfucking bills.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like a back and forth type of situation.
Or learn how to invest or something. Or you should be the best fucking cook in the world or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? You got to do something.
To add to the relationship, instead of just taking away from my resources, my energy, like now I got to work. We in a relationship, we got family. Now I may have to work 80 hours a week now. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm out here working for my family, but that's taken away from my love life, my children's life, my family life, because I'm out here trying to provide. You know what I mean? So that can take away from a relationship, and you might outgrow it sometimes. Like,
one thing that I will say though, I feel like men need to normalize, and I don't want to offend no women when I say this.
Offend them.
It's coming.
Offend them.
Is right here.
But men need to normalize almost like training your woman, right? In a sense where, a lot of women have, we've been self-sufficient, independent, whatever you want to call it. So we're used to a certain, paradigm. So let's say we get in a relationship and we don't actually know how to communicate with a partner effectively, or we don't know how we're getting in arguments or whatever. Sometimes you have to be patient enough to be like, no, talk to me like this. I'm your man. You can talk to your homegirls like that or your brother like that, but I'm your man. And you can't just be like giving up on your woman after the fifth argument. Sometimes it's going to take 15 arguments for her to realize, okay, this is how I talk to my man. Because I wasn't trained for that.
I agree.
So it's like, is it a time limit, a time frame on?
Oh, well, I'm not a man, so I can't. Like,
maybe not.
I'm asking the men, like,
what was the direct question?
Like, is it a time frame on a woman
making that
like
change?
Making a change,
making the changes,
being, I guess, less independent and
it's
vocal.
not necessarily
learning the submissive role.
Yeah,
right.
You gotta be willing. Like some people, women and men, are just stuck in they're so stuck in their ways. You know what I mean? Like what you said about learning, women, or training your woman or whatever. Women ain't gonna like that word.
Right? They're not.
Well, look, I'm not gonna hold you though.
You training her to be a slave. That's what they gonna say.
No, but I'm not even gonna.
I'm not your dog.
Wait, hold up. I'm not even gonna hold you though. My girl, she's spitting. All right, because like men, I think that like sometimes, or especially because independent black queens be independent black queening, and at this point we 30, we've been doing this for a decade. So it's like if you've been independent black queening, you feel me? Like, but if you've been like doing your own thing and you meet somebody and like you want to be loved a certain way, you want to be talked to a certain way, like you kind of gotta like. You gotta leave.
You gotta work.
If you want me to be submissive, right? If you want, I'm here for submitting to your man. Girls, quote me, submit to your man, get that baby,
the right man, though.
Love that man.
Yeah, the right man,
but submission requires you to lead me. So if I'm not about to close my eyes and let you take me anywhere, I'm not submitting. Correct. Like that's submitting to me. Like if I trust you wholeheartedly and to make decisions for us, to guide me, to like. That's submission, and I think.
Would you let him lead though?
Yeah, I think that's the issue we are having, because when men are trying to now lead a woman, now it becomes like you're trying to control them. So now there's pushback on it. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's where the discrepancy come from. I get what y'all saying, but sometimes when a man is trying to lead, and you have this woman who has been independent and whatever the case is.
Why is it always what you say?
Pushback naturally, because it's like, all right, well. I said this yesterday. My own women be saying my own daddy don't even tell me what to do. You know what I mean? So it's like there's that pushback. Now it's hard to communicate effectively because you feel like I'm trying to control you or dictate what you do, and I'm really not.
Look, y'all want to be independent or y'all want to be wives? Make up your mind.
Can men be submissive too? Isn't it like
men?
I believe men are submissive.
It's a give and take.
But this is my question. women want to be independent and do their own thing for you said
we
for
don't.
a decade or whatever. But you say you have been, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And then when you meet a man, that decade of being independent is stopping you from being a good partner in a relationship.
No, you just have to unlearn certain habits.
Exactly.
Right,
That's hard. That don't happen overnight.
Yeah, but
We
men.
never said this is what she was saying.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like some men be mad
I
about
don't
like
think men are patient enough for the process.
I don't know.
Some men.
Some are.
Why should we?
But my thing is,
then y'all should.
men do
If
the
she's
same
trying.
thing, but when they get in a relationship, they're not having this issue with, oh, I can't be in a relationship because I've been independent my whole decade.
I haven't been romantic. That's the issue that's starting to happen with men. Oh, like I haven't been on this level of romance, so I'm not like treating you a certain way. So it's both people learn something.
I think that's bullshit.
You do think that's bullshit, but how many of your friends
So
have
how's
done
he
something
getting you,
super
though?
fucking romantic for their girls? Or
Well,
did they learn that? Did they get taught that?
I also believe that what you guys find romantic from the average Joe, from somebody else, I'm not even gonna go there, but we got to go above and beyond.
Go there real quick.
Can you go? How you romancing us? Tell us.
Go above and beyond.
All right, look, there's
Y'all-
a difference from like what we may find. What we're trying to do for you guys is romantic, like picking the evening out, roses on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit is whack and played out to y'all. A night riding the bike, going into the city or something, picnics. That's all corny because niggas ain't spending no money. But y'all go with Tommy, Billy, and Willie up the hill on his bike, and y'all be on his pegs, not saying nothing. I ain't gonna hold you.
With a basket.
I would love
I'm
that.
like, bro, ain't no black man can never get away with
What?
that.
No.
You need to go on a picnic. Bring the Popeyes.
Y'all been so conditioned to think that white men are the epitome of being romantic. Because of the mute.
Stop.
Romanticism
Don't
is not
nobody
the most
want no
important
white
thing to me,
nigga. Like,
honestly.
well, they not niggas, but don't nobody want no white man. Stop it.
Yeah,
but I do think
If you on this podcast and you dated a white man, raise your hand. If you want to date a white man, raise your hand. If you want to be with a white man, raise your hand.
I love my black king.
Hello.
Well, shout out to three, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, word.
But I do think social media is making it hard for women too, because a lot of women are seeing what these celebrities are doing, and then they trying to compare that to what your man doing, and they're like, yeah, this ain't it.
I think romance is superficial. Like a guy being good at romance is not going to make a girl follow him or be submissive.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like his emotional maturity. Like, let's say we get in a disagreement or whatever, and it's a little back and forth. Is the man gonna be chill and be like, okay, whatever, like I hear what you're saying, blah blah blah, or is he just gonna go back and forth with you and y'all just toe to toe?
But how many times are we gonna have to take the L without y'all being accountable?
Exactly.
As long as y'all have this, y'all gotta keep y'all emotional maturity at a certain level.
But what that got to do with women being accountable for what they did wrong? Y'all have argument with us, and then we still gotta fucking all right, you right, baby. No, next time, next time, baby.
I didn't say you right. I didn't say you right. I just meant saying like, well, you know what? Instead of
going
yelling,
tit for tat, going back and forth.
So
instead of yelling,
it's like you saying women have no emotional maturity. That's what it sounds like you saying.
You said what? No,
that
I'm
women
saying
have
men.
I'm
the man
doesn't.
The man. She's saying that the man is supposed to all the time,
regardless.
I kind of feel
that's
like
kind
y'all
of a part
are,
of manhood, kind of.
Right? Because women, we're naturally wired to be emotional. So,
all right, so
as
since
you
you
being
telling
the
us
man,
what
y'all are supposed to like get
since
us
y'all
together.
telling us what a man's supposed to do, let us know what a woman's supposed to do, because y'all women.
Y'all
so
supposed to lead.
Y'all
supposed to lead too.
Y'all don't let us do that.
You
so
don't
next,
argue about that though.
y'all don't let us do it.
How do we not let y'all
Y'all don't
lead?
argue about that.
I let my man lead.
Period.
How do we
He be
not
having a
let you
good
guys
time up in the
lead?
front.
How do women not let men lead?
Because they want to be combative.
Yeah,
all the time. Everyone trying to pull you this way. No, we should go this way. Bro, the right way is this way. No, we should go that way.
Well, okay, wait. So I have a question.
I have a question.
Wait, I do have a question though, like about that. So wait, first off, I have two questions. One, what is a woman supposed to do? It's like I feel like the things that I think a woman's supposed to do, they're gonna be like, women not supposed to do that. Everybody's supposed to do that.
No, but that's
like,
you gotta
feel that way. How men feel. Like,
because it's like I feel like if we
Are you in a relationship?
I'm in a situation that I love to be in.
Okay.
So I'm enjoying.
What is
Are you
He's
submissive?
watching this right now.
You said what?
Are you submissive?
I think I am 70% submissive.
Okay.
I think that the other 30 you better buy me that rock and I'll do whatever you want, baby.
Okay.
But like, you gotta keep something for the thing.
So can a man say I could be a 70% provider until I marry you? Then I could be.
Well, we.
Can I hold things back from you until we get married? Does that work for men too?
What is different from
what the fuck?
provider?
Yeah, like I mean, like if you're financially providing for me, then I'm submitting. Like I'm doing. If
that comes naturally.
No. I'm saying if you're financially providing for me 100%, then you're gonna get the whole 100%.
But what?
Yeah, in the sense of like, all right, so if you're providing for me 100%,
she can lean into her femininity.
I live with you. So when that happens, I mean, I already do this because I'm already cooking, cleaning. I take care of my nigga. Like. That's on whatever, like laundry done, house clean, dogs walked. We try
working
sticky.
on that.
It's a sticky situation, like it's sticky, like, and it's not.
If you're doing what he got to do, he treating you right.
Yeah, like
exactly.
I don't think that like look, the only title I care about is being somebody's wife. Because that's the only one that matters, and that's the one that like
you are single until you married. Like,
but that's the one that's gonna be like we locked in. Like you could be my boyfriend and you still be, but once you're my husband and we go before God and we decide together that we gonna be a unit, then we a unit. And so to me, that's the only one that matters. So like,
I think there's a lot of gamble on the man's part because women are often saying, well, when you make me your wife, then you can unlock these benefits. And now we got to take that gamble. And then when we do marry you, then y'all don't unlock those benefits.
Like, but those things should already be happening. You should already be able to see.
Exactly.
You giving up 70, you only doing 70%.
I mean, the reason
that's a high percentage, though.
That's extremely high.
That's extremely high.
That's a C.
I mean,
that's a C.
C's get degrees.
Yeah, you bring that whole to your mom, she gonna be like,
I got C's get degrees, okay? And the thing is,
but wait, what is included in that 30% that you're not giving him?
A lie. A lie.
Yo, so if you went to a surgeon, and he said that I got a C in my class, you letting that surgeon operate on you?
That surgeon is probably already operating on you.
Yeah. 70%. That's a
I do like her answer. If she holding that womb for me, then that's a point.
That's the 30.
That's the 30.
What you mean? Like,
that's the 30.
I ain't pushing out no babies. I better have two of them motherfuckers.
Okay. No thanks.
Like, but
okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like it's like that's in that 30. I think that I mean, I kind of do all the other stuff, but like that is really. The whole 30.
That's big. That's big.
It's the baby.
That's the whole 30, basically.
Transition to another topic. I feel like it already goes hand in hand. It says, why do you think relationships today are struggling?
Social media has a distorted view of what
and Willie
a
Lynch.
relationship is.
Yeah.
Oh, she's trying to go there. Like, man, like, yo.
And I just think people are just not willing to put in the work that it takes to make a relationship successful.
People don't see the work, and because you don't see the work, like you get on social media, you see these picture ass perfect relationships, and you like that's a picture. That's a picture. Right. Like I can think of all the cute ass pictures I have in my phone that I've posted of me and my dude, and all of the work that has still working to get there. So it's like you don't get to see the work. It's like you just see the and it's like, oh yeah, I want that. And it's like,
so people want instant gratification.
Who do you think is more gullible? Who's more like?
I don't point no elbows.
Who do you think is more like gullible to seeing, relationship statuses online and thinking that their relationship needs to be like that?
Definitely
Men or women?
Women.
We are.
But
you said both.
No, men are not. We're not phased by that. It's definitely
social media plays a part. So who is looking at social media and looking and using that as a basis for their relationship? Men or women?
Oh, women.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all for holding them accountable.
It's accountability.
So the reason that relationships is struggling is women. Is what you're saying?
I think
it's Willie Lynch.
No, I'm not gonna. We're not about to do that.
Well,
not about to do
social media is the reason relationships is struggling.
I think that social
women is on social media and relationships are struggling. So who's the reason?
It is
That's
the
not
women.
the only
I
reason.
No. It's social media is a small part. It's really like
it ain't a small one.
How guys say, "Oh, modern women this, modern women that." First of all, we're in the same generation, so y'all modern too. You know what I'm saying?
But we still gotta be traditional.
But men be having traditional, like
we have to be
having traditional values.
But they may have the values, but it's the product. Like, what are you producing? Like, let's say a guy has dreams. but he literally only has $1. It's like, how
That's
can
the niggas y'all giving chances to.
How can I submit to you? You know what I'm saying?
Is it wrong? Is that wrong of us to give a chance to somebody who doesn't?
I mean, yes. I mean, yes and no, because those men, what happens is women choose poorly, and then when they get older, they expect the Russell Wilsons to come along and take care of their bad decision making. Like, you know what I mean? That's unfair for us. Like,
and more pressure on that guy.
But do you believe that you deserve a woman before you can play the role of a provider? Let's say you can only be a protector at this time because you're not financially stable. Do you feel like you deserve a woman?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I deserve a woman, but I don't not deserve it. And a woman can inspire a man to be great. Like, women, that's their power. You know what I mean? That's their power. They inspire us to want to be great and more productive.
I don't think it's fair to say, do you think you deserve a woman when, like, women do be doing some shiesty shit. Like, oh, I'm only dating this nigga for food. Like, I'm only dating this nigga to do this or do that. Like, that's corny too. So it's like, if she gets to have a man, then he gets with his dollar.
Word. Then y'all get mad when I just want some pussy.
And why?
No, I'm saying if they're in that, or if they're not. Let's say you're a woman, right? And technically, you don't have to be financially stable to have a man.
Correct.
You just have to be nurturing and loving and organized and smart.
No
and
nigga wants broke girls. Where does
That's
this
true.
keep coming
That's
from?
true. But according to Kevin Samuels and the whole manosphere,
he's dead.
You don't have to have money to attract a man. Right?
He's dead.
Men are more open.
Yeah.
He said you don't have to have money to attract a high value man, because a high value man already got that. He don't need money. But if you're talking about a regular day man,
so you do have to have money. Oh, as a woman, you do have to have money to attract a lower.
No, I'm not saying you have to have. I'm not saying you have to have that.
Y'all not about to do this, because if you was a high value man, let's get with it. Black men, if that means you make over 6 figures, black men are probably maybe 3% of that.
Right.
So that means all of these men is not gonna make 6 figures, babe.
Exactly.
So we gotta be realistic. So it's
Right.
like, if you want somebody that makes 6 figures, one, you need to be in a different room. 2, it's like, you're not gonna attract that by going to the bar all the time. So y'all need to humble thyself so that you can get the thing that God got for you. Because if you keep saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna date this, I'm not gonna date that," then you're gonna be an old lonely hag.
And why we can't make $100K together? Like, why
Absolutely.
can't we?
There's power in that.
Absolutely.
All right, before we get into this next topic, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe if y'all not already subscribed. And
Tell a friend.
we got a lot of good talking points in here, man. Like, Breezie, you had a topic about independent women epidemic.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
Well, epidemic, quote unquote. Now, like I said before, the same way I feel like men, well, not all men, some men claim women are modern, or modern women, she's independent, she don't mean she's modern or whatever. We're in the same boat as our male counterparts. It's not just us. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not even just our generation. Like, our grandparents were going through the same thing. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, I want a traditional relationship, or a traditional woman, or a traditional this." A lot of our grandmas were still working. So it's like, what generation are you actually talking about? Because we've been going through the same thing since slavery. So it's like, are you talking about people overseas? Are you talking about people in Africa? Like, what tradition are you talking about? But even in Africa, there are tribes where the men, they hunt, they gather, and the women take the pieces of the animal or fruits or whatever. They go to the market and they make the money. Are they modern women too?
Can I ask you a quick question? Because we bringing up grandmamas, right? And they working, right? But if grandpapa ain't had that bread, they was putting up what they had. Nowadays, the modern woman feels like a man should provide, and that's that. Get out my face if you not providing, nigga. That's what they say.
Well, if you have an independent woman, a modern woman, and she's making her own money, she's never gonna stop making her own money. She's just gonna want a man that's on her level. So
but still have to pay everything.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Not all women, but a lot of women nowadays, modern women, feel like their money is their money, and the man should still be able to provide.
They ain't got no real money. That's why.
And if I'm having a rainy day, if I'm hurt, I'm injured, I don't got it right now. I need to know my lady is gonna help me.
Absolutely.
And that's good.
We don't. A lot of men don't feel secure in that. From with their lady nowadays. Women don't really feel comfortable speaking about their finances where they're just used to a man providing. And then it's just like, damn, I'm doing all this. What happens if I don't got it? Well, now I probably won't feel comfortable to even ask for it.
Yeah.
Because it's your energy.
This is what happens when y'all not wifing these girls up. Because you feel me, you asking for wife things. And women are asking for husband things, okay? Like my man don't gotta provide 100% for me.
At all.
Right? We're not married.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we decide to get married, when I decide to have children, that's when the most pressure would probably be on him. Because
especially the first 2 years.
I want to be a stay-at-home mom for at least 2 to 3 years.
Facts.
Understandable.
So that's when it's going to matter if my man can really put that bread up. But I'm not also, I'm going to trying to have a planned pregnancy. So it's like, I'm going to prepare for that as well. Like, I'm going to still stack my bread up. It's like, okay, we think we want to have kids this year. I bet. Like, we saving a little extra more because we know I'm not going to be working. But like, prior to that moment and prior to me actually becoming someone's wife or fiance, that nigga don't gotta do what he don't want to do. I got my own house. He got his own house. He got his own car. I got my own car. I pay my own football. Like, we doing our own things, okay? But like, if you want to, feel me, give me some money, then yes, daddy, thank you. But like, if you're not about to be, you don't gotta front my bill.
Not required.
That's all living in separate homes.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about when your ass is living in my crib or we living with each other. That shit is just my debt.
No, it's not. I think that if you do the rent, then I'll do the other bills. Like
that's how my parents were too.
That's how
my parents were.
That's how most people operate. If the man is doing the rent,
that's how most people operate.
Right. The woman's doing the small
couples operate
gas
like that.
bill,
the gas,
cable, internet.
Yeah.
That's how most modern women operate.
That's a married couple.
Oh, married couple. Oh, okay.
Like that's the thing though. It's like y'all like. Y'all niggas and women. I'm saying niggas is women. Women's is niggas too. But I don't like to use the B word. I don't like to use the B word against women. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
that's their favorite word.
What?
That's their favorite word sometimes.
Yeah, they call each other bad bitches all the time.
But my friends don't call me that, and I don't call them that. So I don't play that. Don't call me that. I do not call my friends that. They do not call me that. And if it does happen, it's like very far in between. Very, very. It has to be the pipe.
So y'all never say you never say bitch.
Shut
the fuck up. Like,
no.
It's a term of endearment.
Literally, I'm telling you, if I let that B word slip, I'm telling you, the tea is so scorching, I can't even take it down. Like,
so y'all feel like it's derogatory?
I mean, I just don't like to be called that. Like, if you want to do that, you could do that, but that's not what that's not how
that's not in everyone's culture. Like, not all girls call their friends, "What's up, bitch?"
Yeah.
Like, my friends don't do that.
Yeah.
Just naturally, not because
and I'll check you on it. Like, if somebody, if she would have did that to me, I would have been like, "Can you not call me that?" Or like, "I don't like that word." Like, I'm not gonna let you do it.
I think just to real quick to stay on topic. We always hear the term "I'm strong and independent," right? Mm-hmm. In my life growing up, the only time I ever heard somebody say that was a woman feeling the need to tell me that she was strong and independent and don't need no man. Mm-hmm. So when we categorize all the independent women, the only time we ever hear those words is from women out their own mouths. So if they're saying they're strong and independent, it's a woman that's telling me that. It's not a man labeling that, you know what I mean? Like, some men might say that about their moms or whatever, cool. But usually when I hear those terms, it's black women feeling the need to tell me that for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, yo, the independent thing is not an issue. Men are not saying like, oh, yeah, I can't be independent. But ultimately, when we want to come together for a relationship, we need to know that, this relationship is a partnership. Like, we have each other's back. Mm-hmm. But it can't just be, you're draining me of my resources, my energy, my emotions, and I don't get nothing out of it.
Sometimes I get a cake.
Yeah, me either.
I've never not known one woman that actually made a lot of money. And it's clear that she makes money.
But look, that's the
problem.
And
expecting the man to take care of everything.
But that's the problem.
Like
y'all saying a lot of money. I don't give a fuck if it's a little bit of money. If I don't know how it's being spent, it's a problem. Well, I'm not saying it has to be spent on me.
But you got to know where
it has to be communicated because all my fucking dollars are depleted.
But here's the thing that I don't know any, like, I have a lot of my guy friends are in long-term relationships. They're married, engaged. Mm-hmm. And so even there, I have never seen that where it's like, even with my friends that do live with their spouses, their boyfriends, their husbands, whatever, like, I've never seen that play out. So it's like, I think it's a lot of internet talk. And not a real talk.
I've never seen
that. Don't even happen.
There's also at some point where like, y'all niggas need to start telling girls like, you not my wife. you're not trying to be my wife. Like, I'm not trying to be like there's
y'all
levels.
Y'all might think girls have
I
money
definitely
because
heard.
they're
I
beautiful.
hear Eli A say that a lot.
Money.
You get what I'm
some women,
saying?
you want them to be your wives and they want to, travel the world. But I mean, they want to be outside, real hot girl shit.
If you miss her, just call her.
Just say that.
If you miss her, there's a phone number to call.
Real hot girl
I'll
shit.
link you up. Don't worry.
Yo, live your life. That cool. Yo, what Rihanna said is live your life.
If you miss her, just say that.
Right.
Like, see, this is the problem.
It's giving I miss her.
It's giving I miss her.
I miss my girl. Like,
Really, go get your girl.
Go get her back.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
She miss you
Listen,
too.
man, you
Yep,
traveling the
facts.
world,
Someone to truly
Y'all miss each other.
understand
Like, it's kind
how
of
to
annoying.
treat them.
Listen,
Don't be passive aggressive me on this show.
What you singing over there, Ace?
Let's stay on topic. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You made this the topic.
I was saying I need a girl.
Yeah.
Yo, so like I said, just the
So we going bowling after this?
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the on topic. The independent is not the issue. It's sometimes how you end up treating a man that becomes the issue. I think that's what a lot of men are saying, because we don't have to tolerate, poor behavior, you know what I mean, or whatever the case is, because you feel like maybe you're either on the same level or above a man. Like, you know what I mean? We're both in this together. And I think that to go back about relationships failing is because we don't have enough structure. You know what I mean? There's not enough role models. Like, you know what I mean? We got a panel of, we're trying to have a panel of married women because we don't hear from them. All we hear is from the toxic relationships, the baby daddies, the drama. That's all the internet is.
I got wives for y'all.
Huh?
I got wives for y'all.
I got wives for y'all too.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Is an independent woman like a turn off or not unattractive?
Independent woman is just an adult. You know, right?
All right. I don't know why we have to have this lady.
So what's
I
the
think that the independent woman thing became from women being single mothers.
Right.
I think that single mothers is where that
term came from.
Came from, and a lot of the single moms are Black women and raised Black women. So that's why there's a whole
and it's not even
independent
Black women.
It's not
white women.
exactly.
But white women don't go around doing that. What we do. Like white women and Asian women.
There's more white women on welfare than there is Black women.
I know.
Look at white TikTok,
and they're trying to be like
Black
no,
women.
they're not trying to struggle. They're actually going through the same struggle.
Exactly.
There's
Like
more white
said,
women on welfare than there is Black
Black
women.
Well, there's
Exactly.
more white women in America than Black women.
But that doesn't still spew the numbers. If there's more women on welfare, why aren't these women? When people think of welfare, they associate that with Black women. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, we got to get rid of that narrative. And like I said, there's not enough structure in the family household. Black people was the most married at one point in America. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got outside of that. And that's when we go back to the protecting Black women. There's no family there to protect that Black woman. Like, now you want regular strangers on the street to risk their lives.
Ain't happening.
Yo, a man just died, like protecting a Black woman. Like, you get what I'm saying? It wasn't even a family member. It was a
At a gas station.
So like the first people that needs to protect Black women is their family, obviously. Like, you know what I mean? Your fathers, your uncles, your brothers, your cousins, your male cousins. Those are the people that you're gonna go to for protection.
Families aren't
You get what I'm saying?
like they
So
used to be.
we just gotta have that structure, man. I feel like we're losing that structure, and obviously we seeing what's the ramifications.
But again, like, I mean, not to put this on the men, but like women can't get married by themselves.
But
like,
the women are scared. We speak to multiple women. That's what we do for a living. And a lot of the women say, I don't want to be married.
Have y'all proposed to a woman before?
Crazy.
Have y'all proposed to a woman before?
If I propose to a
So
woman,
who's scared?
I'll be married. Like, what you mean?
What are they scared
I'll be
of?
married.
What are women
Yeah,
scared
what
of?
are
You gotta ask them. They was on the show.
See about
A lot of women say, "Oh, husbands cheat." Like, no.
Boyfriends.
But y'all never
Like, what the-
proposed. So who's actually
But
scared?
I don't think men are stepping up to the plate to propose.
I feel like the only
and
person in a position to propose is Jew. So why aren't you married, Jew?
I mean, honestly, I feel like we're getting to a point where we're on separate levels, but we are communicating as great parents. You get what I'm saying? So until we both are on the same page, I will not. One, I'm not giving up on my relationship. I'm gonna keep building.
Facts.
I'm gonna take care of my kids. I will never leave my kids.
Facts.
I will never put nobody before my kids or her until we decide to separate. But if the main goal is to build, that's what we're gonna do. And if we're comfortable where we're at, I don't feel like I have to say, yo, because I'm doing a podcast, yeah, I got married. No, I'm gonna do what me and her are comfortable with, and that's gonna change that.
Do you think a child changed our relationship?
I do think at a certain point it did.
How do you get that back?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you get the chemistry back? How do you get that back from pre-child? Because I hear that a lot. That a child changes a relationship.
the dynamics of a relationship.
You mean before?
Yeah.
Or get it to a different level. It probably will never go back to where it was before.
I think over time, but usually people that do care about their kids build stronger relationship because they want a happy family. Mm-hmm. I grew up watching TV, watching the Bill Cosby's and the Fresh. I wanted to be a family man since I was a fucking little kid because I grew up without a mother or a father. So I know I'm gonna be there from the fucking time I take my last breath to make this fucking family work.
So what's the difference? Why don't you just propose tomorrow? When
so,
you know you're not giving up.
Yeah. But what difference is it to me or her?
She's not pushing it either.
It's a ring.
No. That's to you.
She's already getting
if she doesn't,
maybe not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she doesn't care about a ring,
or she don't.
Obviously, if I didn't feel like I was forced to do that,
we're not doing no.
No, I'm saying that's our
forced to propose.
No, I'm saying like I didn't feel pressure to have to do that, and that's our conversations. We talk about stuff like
men
that.
have to be pressured.
That's what I got.
That's a flip.
Thank you for that.
That's a flip.
That was actually a key.
Because
I'm not gonna hold you.
Women will put it out there if that's something that they want.
No, because that's all what you got. That's what you guys want. At the end of the day, men have to put up more in a marriage.
My man want to get married.
I don't think it's pressure. I think it's more like acknowledgement. Like you gotta let him know that you want to do it.
Right. No,
that's not pressure.
I do want to do that, but I don't have to do it because y'all still do it.
Yeah, she's just letting you know where her mind is at.
I'm just saying, men. I don't think that. I'm not pressuring my man into marrying.
Me either.
Yeah,
I want you to be ready.
I'm not putting that thing on him. I want my man to come here.
And that's where
the barrier comes in.
I want you to want to
one at a time. One at a time, yeah.
So if we're comfortable with not doing that,
no, that's fine. That's you guys.
Yeah,
I'm talking about me. I statements.
It almost sounded like you were shaming him for not
being
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, I was just wondering why you're not, because we're out of the whole podcast, you're the only person that would be the closest to being married.
No, why we said this is because you said
because you're in a relationship,
girl. You got a girlfriend.
He's
single, so out of the three of y'all, you the only
you don't want in a relationship
with the cards that line up for that.
Yeah,
which is true, but I mean that's our personal.
But also too, I don't know if other men feel like this, but I'm not. I have to know that my woman wants to get married for me to propose. For me to even think about proposing.
So, because I'm not more beneficial to the woman than the man, basically.
Say it again.
It's more beneficial to the woman.
That's what
you
just said.
Oh yeah, marriage is definitely more beneficial for women than it is for men.
I really want to know.
Like Evie said, she wants to be married so she could be a stay-at-home wife, right?
Okay. I mean, I also want a family. Like, I don't want to have a family. I don't want to have babies without a husband. I don't want to have babies without having a partner that we are committed together to doing this thing. Not saying that can't happen without a ring. Right. That can't happen for other people. I'm saying statements for me. I want that. Like,
I want that too.
I grew up like my parents were together.
I think I'm very pro marriage. I believe in marriage, especially with the black family. We need more marriages, but a lot of times men are feeling like, well, I'm not getting a lot out of this. I have to work harder. You know what I mean? I have to spend more time working. I'm taking away from my kids. And happy wife, happy life, that's been a stigma that's been killing men. Like, you know what I mean? Because it makes it seem like a man's happiness is not required in a marriage. The only happiness that matters is the woman's. Right. You know what I mean? So even though we miserable, like, the relationship not over, women file for divorce 80% of the time. Like, you know what I mean? So if she's happy or feeling like this relationship, I'm working hard now, so I can't spend that time with you. Maybe my sex life might not be as great as it was because I'm constantly tired. Oh, he's not showing me support and this, that, and that. I'm not saying that's for all cases, but some men are feeling like, well, why would I put myself in that situation? Especially when as a man, I have more to lose, whether it's financially, my kids, like, you know what I mean? Child support, alimony, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some men are feeling like, well, maybe this is not the best situation.
And immediately in your situation, even though I agree with it, that you want to take 2 or 3 years off after you have children or whatever, that's still putting more burden on your husband. You know what I mean?
So the thing is, I think that it's a mutual decision. I think that
I agree.
Both parties, burden, I think that both parties. Wait a minute, it's equal burden.
Have you raised a child?
Have you
been a single father?
I have, and go to work.
It's hard, ain't it?
It is. So how's it? But what's the equal burden?
How's it equal?
But what is the difference if I'm coming home doing this shit and you just got to be home to do this shit?
Exactly.
Wait, how's that fair? If you're not working, your job is just to watch the kid. and I'm going to work, and I come home and I still take care of my
Could you switch?
kids.
So yeah, that's all
Could
about
the
to
woman
ask.
go out and work and you stay home with the kid all day?
Sign me the fuck up.
Oh,
Where the
Sign me up
list
too.
at?
What are you talking about?
Sign me the fuck up.
Would you
Because
would you switch?
definitely do that.
Switch what?
In that situation, you go to work and he stay home and your man stay home with the kids.
See, with me, I work from home and I'm a YouTuber, so I make a lot of money effortlessly. Like I don't have to do hard labor.
I'm saying
make
in
my
a traditional situation when you're not a YouTuber, you have to go outside and make your money. Would you switch with your spouse?
If I was a woman, or am I in
You're a woman. You're a woman. Yeah, you're a woman. Yeah.
But the roles are you go out and make the money and he stay at home.
And he stay home and take care of the kids.
And watch daytime television.
Well, first it would be his decision because he's the leader in this relationship. And if he says, you know what, I want to stay home, you know, you do your thing or whatever, I'll be like, okay.
And she already laughing at the idea.
And you still got to give me money to get my hair cut and make sure I maintain my beauty too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
Evie, it was your situation. Would you switch?
If my man wanted that, I'll be like, okay.
It was financially responsible. If it made more sense. If it made more sense for me to stay home, for me to go to work and him to stay home, then cool.
If it makes sense.
Exactly.
If that's what
Don't
works.
try to piggyback now.
If that's what works
the
for my
man
unit.
says.
If that's what works for my unit. But like at the end of the day, I think that there's onus on both parties. Like I think that there's things that men have to do to make marriage work. I think that there's things that women have to do to make marriage work, and y'all both are committing to each other. So you got to commit that to your relationship. What works in one relationship, marriage is not one size fit all. So it's like I think that if you guys decide like I want to be married, I want to do X, Y, and Z, then you're gonna work towards that. And this goes back to dating people and what you want out of the dating experience, and why sometimes it's hard to just cut a nigga off or like cut a girl off, because it's like, oh, well, we both want this end goal. We have this end goal in mind, and there are hiccups along the way, and time is of the essence.
I think like when I mentioned the Willie Lynch thing earlier, you know, it kind of got brushed off.
Yeah, can you break that down real quick?
And honestly,
I mean, it's not a real quick thing, but like, can you just get into that
Narrow
real
it
quick?
down a little bit.
Well, just to summarize, right? Willie Lynch basically wrote a book to teach slave owners how to control people, how to psychologically control people. Because every time their slaves rebelled, they would kill them. And he was like, you know, that's not good for business. Stop killing your work. So he taught them how to control them mentally. And it's basically to switch the roles and to turn men against women, lights against darks, fat against skinny, you know, tall against short, basically cause unnecessary havoc. So, and that's still being translated today in today's society. Women are more like leaning into their masculine energy. A lot of men, not all men, because you know we starting to get shit like on point now, but a lot of men are leaning into their feminine energy, and they don't have the organization, the plans, the structure, you know, because probably lack of, you know, father figures or whatever. So it's like when I say something that references to history, we should really be talking about that and that only, because we're not going to understand why relationships are actually failing if we don't get back to what was working in the primordial times, like raising kids. They say it takes a village to raise a child. That ain't no mother and father.
That's right.
That's like whole extended family. So if you're planning to have kids and you don't plan to at least have a nanny in the budget, expect to be stressed out. Expect that.
I don't want a nanny. I want to have my mom.
Expect. Well, your mom is going to be the help. You have to plan to have help, whether it be your mom, your grandma, your auntie, or if you don't have family, then put a nanny in the budget or expect to be stressed out. So that's why,
that's fair. Like I said, I think relationships are evolving, and unfortunately, we are not evolving with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're still wanting to live the traditional. Like, there's nothing. It's 2022.
American tradition.
There's nothing traditional about 2022
Ain't
anymore.
nothing
Like, you know what I'm
about this
saying?
shit
Like,
at
this shit.
all.
22.
Huh?
What did he say?
He said 20.
That's what he said.
Oh, I thought he kept saying 2020.
No, he said
I'm like, that make it error. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like we have to evolve and adapt. You know what I mean? Like women are now in positions of power. You gotta work hard for that. You know, congratulations. But now the relationship dynamic must change now. Now you have to figure out how do we work together as a unit because it was so one-sided before. Like, you know what I mean? And there's no problem in that. But like again, men are hearing a lot of one-sided relationships. Like a man has to do everything for me and provide this luxury lifestyle. I get to kick my feet up, and men are like, damn, okay, maybe we get some occasional sex. You know what I mean? Maybe we get a cooked meal sometimes. Like, you know what I mean?
First of all, like the girls be cooking.
Luxury
like the girls are cooking. The men are taking
in the microwave.
Yeah,
luxury
a lot of
lifestyle.
females do not know how to
eating
cook.
lamb chops like multiple times a week.
They go out to eat a lot.
I had a relationship where I cooked more than my woman cooked for me.
Well, can you? But
talk about it.
Can you? Are you the better cook?
Why you allow that to happen?
He definitely not.
Teacher.
She knew how to cook.
She just relied on.
But why did you
know?
allow that? If you weren't okay with that as a man, why did you allow that? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't have it. You're right. I didn't have an issue with it because I wanted to serve my woman as well.
So like, now what's the issue now?
Huh?
Because at a point you gotta fucking meet me somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm gonna make the first step. I'm gonna take the initiative.
I took initiative.
For
us.
Yeah. Now what you gonna do?
Relationships where the man cooks, but that's just because that's their dynamic, and that's what I'm saying. Like
look,
relationships, you gotta do what works for your relationship unit.
And then y'all can't be scared to set boundaries and rules.
No.
Like I said, you gotta train your woman, man.
Which is true. We might have to because it gets to the point where like I feel like sometimes people I think people get comfortable. You get what I'm saying? So if you're used to somebody doing this, it's just like you don't even realize that they're always doing. You're just expecting this shit. And then we got to start realizing like, oh, to show my appreciation, I'm gonna do it first for this person because they always fucking do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So
we saying like, why don't men look forward to their birthdays? Because our woman never does anything.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's the only time we get spoiled.
It never shows up. But we gotta go.
Funny story about that. When I first started dating the person I'm dating right now, we started dating like maybe like a few weeks after his birthday. And he's like, yeah, my birthday just passed. And I'm like, well, what'd you do for your birthday? And he's like, nothing. I swear on everything I love. The next day I saw him, I brought him a cake. Like a whole cake. It was so cute.
And that probably meant a lot to him because he probably never had a woman do that for him. You know what I mean?
Yo, because most women, if y'all not together for 6 months, she ain't doing nothing for your birthday.
That's corny. I think you gotta love on the people you love. Like, I think that it's very important to love on people while you have them. Because once they gone, you cannot do nothing about it. Which is why you should spin the block and get your girl back, bro. Like, you love her.
Come on, get your girl. That needs to be a movement. Get your girl back.
Get your girl back.
Get your girl back.
Hashtag get your girl back.
Get your girl back.
Put that on Eli's shirt.
Y'all miserable.
But look, you saying y'all hear these little ad-libs. I don't mean to instigate, but we telling his girl she need to be doing her part a little bit more to keep him happy.
She wants you to do that. She literally,
women are looking for you.
They're looking for you to do
believe
that.
It or not.
No. I'm pretty sure that,
but not in an angry way.
And I'm speaking hypothetical. I'm pretty sure this person is very vocal. I'm pretty sure this person will tell you that. I'm saying as that friend that's saying, get your girl back. Is she telling her homegirl,
get your man back.
Put your big girl panties on and do what you need to do to get your man.
Let me tell you,
that's why women need to have healthy friends.
Exactly. Your friend got to be able to call you out and tell you when you need to be better.
And that's why you need. That's why
because women don't hold each other accountable.
Women don't hold each other accountable.
If you're gonna get single advice.
Exactly.
So what I will say about accountability, funny thing is like I really did not learn accountability at the level that y'all are talking about it until a man taught it to me. So it's like I learned a certain level of accountability that I have never had to exhibit in my life. So now it's like, yeah, I can hold my homegirls accountable because I know what it is to be accountable. But I think that accountability is a buzzword and nobody actually, like women, like men will probably know it a little bit better, but like women are not necessarily held accountable. We don't have to be accountable. We can just kind of like skate off shit. So like it's important to just like teach women things. Like she was saying, you gotta train your woman, but train is so crazy. But like,
what better word am I looking for? Because I
don't know.
Crazy. Like,
I don't know. You
that's
going
just like saying submissive.
You going viral?
Oh God!
So listen, hold on. That's a whole nother topic. But we gotta
educate. Thank you.
We gotta get up out. We gotta get up out of here, y'all. But ladies, again,
Eli gonna get his girl back next episode, y'all.
Get your girl back.
We appreciate
get your girl back.
Up and let them know where they can follow y'all at.
Y'all can come follow me at Evie Don't Stress Them.
EASYBREEZIE, Easy Breezy.
Oh, I didn't spell it. EVIE.
We gonna put it on the screen.
Don't
it's cool,
stress it.
It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Y'all follow me on IG. It's Taesmith. ITSTAESMITH.
Again, we gonna put it on the screen.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
This is cute.